A Fort Worth police officer is at home right now without a gun or badge, and another was demoted for his actions during a slow-speed chase. So 2 police officers in trouble. That chase last Wednesday lasted more than 2 hours, starting in Fort Worth and ending in Arlington. The police department leaders took quick action against those officers, seemingly opposite the speed with which they reacted to the chase that clogged I-30 for hours and hours. Fox 4's Dion Anglin in our Fort Worth newsroom with what the officer's attorney has to say.
Well, their attorney, as well as the Fort Worth Police Officers Association, is lashing out against the disciplinary action. They believe simply they're uncalled for.
The Fort Worth PD chase that played out for roughly 3 hours last Wednesday is now a source of backlash for 2 of the department's SWAT team members. Officer Dennis Elise, a veteran officer with in-depth tactical training, has been reassigned to street patrol. He was the driver of the tactical Bearcat vehicle that rammed the suspect car toward the end of the pursuit. It's now being called an unauthorized maneuver. His attorney disagrees.
Officer Elise's decision was dead on. He stopped the pursuit. There was no one injured. There were no citizens injured. There were no officers injured. And the suspect wasn't injured except for the injuries he suffered from the takedown and getting him out of the vehicle.
Terry Daffron Porter is representing the 2 officers through the Combined Law Enforcement Association. She's calling the reprimands knee-jerk and a complete overreaction. SWAT officer Brian Gentry was placed on leave, stripped of his gun and badge. He was the first officer out of the Bearcat for the takedown, carrying a non-lethal 40mm pellet launcher. His actions during those few seconds are being called into question, including what appears to be him hitting the suspect with the butt of the weapon.
The officers are trained to jerk very hard and to wiggle and to pull back, and that's what he did. He pulled back, he pulled up, and he pulled back down. That is consistent with training for weapons retention techniques.
The suspect weaved and darted on the freeway and side streets, at times escalating his speed and then slowing down to a near crawl. Fort Worth police would not talk on camera about the actions taken against the officers, but released this statement, in part saying, "We shall continually strive to be the most professional, fair, and transparent organization when reviewing the actions of our personnel." The Fort Worth Police Officer Association says the 2 very different disciplinary actions is inconsistent with past cases and exposes a bigger issue within the department regarding this 3-hour-long chase in which commands were being called in remotely.
The highest ranking person actually involved in the pursuit is the one who should be making these calls. Totally agree. This thing should have been ended earlier. Our policies are obviously highlighted as inefficient and need to be addressed.
Now, the attorney today pointed out that in both officers' cases, neither has yet to be, or they have yet to be served with a personnel complaint, which would lay out specifically what they are accused of doing wrong. Steve?
Okay, Dion Anglin in Fort Worth, thank you.